I purchased the cheapest wireless keyboard on eBay. Hey, what's up everyone? I am finally back here in the studio. I am pretty much setting up my new setup, and part of that is getting some new gear. And some of that gear is in part because I want to start working in a standing station. So for that reason, I wanted to buy a wireless keyboard and mouse. So I went online and I checked on eBay, and the price range started around $10 and it started going up from there. But the cheapest wireless keyboard and mouse that I found was the one that I purchased, and there was a few reasons why I purchased it. Not only because it was the cheapest one, but there was also a solo wireless keyboard, but it had different features, and I was really interested in that one. I wanted the keyboard and the mouse. So the reason why I decided to buy this keyboard was a couple of things, mainly two: price and features. So it was the best price for what I was looking for, and it definitely had the features that I was looking for. So I went ahead and placed my order, and as we're still going through the whole coronavirus thing, my package arrived late, but that's okay. I'm in no hurry, of course, to keep on working, right? It took 5 days because the company that I purchased it from took 3 days to actually ship it out. So right away, it seems like it came in a very poor package. It's just a simple plastic bag that the company that I bought this from, they just decided to put this in a plastic bag and ship it out. Well, it is a cardboard box, so I'm assuming they were trusting that the manufacturer took more care, I guess. So due to the poor packaging, the box arrived slightly bent here and there, but you know, for what it is, it's already here. So in the box, the item has some of the specs that I was looking for, and well, not only wireless, but the main one was the scissors buttons, which make them silent, I guess. That's what I've seen around when I go to Best Buy and stores, and I use some of the keyboards they have. They're pretty expensive, but they're silent. So I'm hoping this has that feature. Although it does say that it has a feature that I was looking for, which is the scissors keys. It also says that it has a 10-meter distance range. And one of the things is it works for Windows 8, Windows 7, and Windows XP. But I have Windows 10. I'm assuming this is pretty old, as it doesn't say that it's compatible with Windows 10. So it's probably going to be maybe, a couple of years. But I trust that it will be compatible. Most likely it's just a couple of drivers here and there. But another bad thing that I'm noticing is I ordered a color black so I can fit with, my little taste. But they sent me a silver one. Well, it's silver. We can still try it, so. So sadly, the packaging in this thing is pretty poor as well. From the manufacturer, it's just this slightly piece of foam bag, but it's not. I mean, it is foam because it feels like foam, but I don't think it's going to protect it. It's probably just from scratches and so on. But as I'm pulling this out, they sent me a white mouse, so I'm assuming it's a white version. But the plastic feels really, really cheap. And no, they didn't send me. They sent me a silver keyboard. and a white mouse. So. Hello, darkness, my old friend. So, the look, it doesn't look bad. This mouse actually looks like the old mouse I have, except with the, the one I have feels heavier, and I'm assuming it's because of the rechargeable batteries. And this requires 2 AAA batteries. So, of course it's gonna feel heavier. This has a battery inside. Yeah, there's a rechargeable battery in there. This one doesn't have anything, but the look is almost the same, except this plastic, the little cover in the back feels somewhat loose, like it's gonna come off really easy. I feel like if I drop this, it's gonna break. So the keyboard requires also a pair of AAA batteries. So I'm gonna go ahead and put in some batteries on these bad boys. And it's time to take them for the test. All right, so the keyboard and mouse ended up working right away. As soon as I plugged in the USB, it seems like the computer read the driver pretty fast and it was working. So the main feature that I wanted was the scissor keys, which are silent. And I've touched a few keyboards that have that feature in stores like Best Buy and Fry's and so on. So I want to have an idea of what it is before I buy something. I've seen them for a while and I wanted one, but I wanted a wireless one. And I don't think this has that feature. I think it has something similar. But obviously, if this looks that cheap, probably the insides from this, the mechanical system inside it also looks, it's also going to be very cheap. So this is pretty disappointing. So I took this to my living room and I was trying to test it out to see how it would work from a 5-meter range. And sadly, the keyboard is working, but the mouse stops working probably like 2 meters away. So my living room is literally next to this door and my bedroom is next to this door. So it's a small apartment and the mouse is not connecting. It has to be within, I would say, 1.5 meters. Otherwise, between 1.5 and 2, otherwise it just won't do anything. The keyboard though, the keyboard does work. Like, that's weird. I don't know why, but the keyboard is sending signal. So overall, it was a bad experience. I wouldn't suggest anyone to buy this. I don't think it's a good product in any way. I think that it feels cheap. I think that it's gonna break easily. I think that if my son grabs it, and he's a 1-year-old and just throws it around with his very tiny hands, he's gonna break it. So if it falls from my desk, it's gonna break. Again, I'm not gonna be using this. So with that being said, that's the end of this video, but I do wanna ask if you guys have any suggestions. I am still interested in getting a wireless keyboard and mouse. Again, I'm interested in them in a black color, so this is definitely not gonna work for me. Maybe I'll spray them.